So Draeno back here, we're still at the Draeno booth. Now we're taking a look at Warface. So it's built on the Crytek, so we're taking a little bit of that. We got Peter here from the company. Hey. Talking to us a little bit about it. You want to give us a breakdown of what people can expect, the premise of the game, what we're looking at?
Yeah. So I mean, the coolest thing about the game for us is that basically we're doing, like, our tagline for it. We wanted to wrap it up is Crytek quality for everyone. And the idea goes through all the different layers. Like on the technology side, we heavily optimized the engine. So after Crysis 2, we basically optimized the hell out of the engine, and the game in Kiev, which is the main development force behind Warface, then further optimized it. So now this can actually be played with an 8600 and 1 GB of RAM. So on the technology side, we kind of removed every barrier, which was probably not always the case with Crytek, like if you remove prices. And then the second thing is that we go PC, digital distribution only. So the whole I go to the store, pay $60 up front, and then play the game is gone. So there we also remove the barrier and want to have a lot of people actually just testing the game, playing the game, enlarging the community. And with this model, actually for us, it's basically a kind of a new era, because this is not, okay, we hit retail store before Christmas, it's going to be a continuous service. So for us, it's a really different thing, because it's going to be improving the game over a long period of time, hopefully, if people react to it the way that we expect them to react to it.
And while you're doing kind of a persistent thing like that, how do you think that's going to give you a leg up?
You mean if we are doing this as a service? Or?
Yes.
It's just basically the idea that, okay, it's not going to be us only. Of course, we're going to define the core game. We have the 5-player co-op, we have the PvP, we have all this. But then the idea is that we're actually going to develop this with feedback from the community. So for us, this feels like, okay, it's a win-win for actually developers and players alike.
Yeah. All right. And do you want to break down a little bit of what people can expect story-wise, kind of what you're doing? Because, I mean, while it's a shooter at heart.
It is a shooter at heart.
There is a little bit of something there, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at the core, it's really a pure Crytek AAA shooter. Story-wise, I mean, it's more about setting, I would say.
Okay.
So setting is near future, somewhere around 2020, near future. And it's a bit like looking at the current situation that we have from a glass half full perspective. So pessimistic view on the current situation. Private corporations have taken over, everything is going to pieces. There's a lot of corruption and private corporations making money from evil things, and Warface team is actually trying to solve that.
And I mean, given that this is Crytek,
yeah.
Are you trying to push the bubble in terms of technology yet again?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to push the bubble in a different way this time.
Okay.
I mean, this is CryEngine 3, so again, low tech requirements, but then scales up to
yeah, I mean, that engine is
glory.
kind of an achievement and a beast in itself. So
it is. No, for sure. But yeah, from the technology side, it's CryEngine 3 based. So there we basically pushing what we always push, kind of. But there's a lot of things that we actually do new this time. The whole digital distribution thing is a new frontier for us. And we're also releasing this via GFace, which is our own social network for gamers. So the idea is that actually this is going to be a core game embedded into the social network. And there it's also going to be distributed, and you're going to be able to connect with your friends there and play the co-op.
Right.
Which is why there's also no single-player campaign, but co-op missions and multiplayer missions.
That's good. I'm happy to see just the technological standpoint is going to expand, and it's nice to see that you guys are actually going to jump into more of your own rather than you have to wait on third-party services to help launch your game, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're not trying to drive people into the ground like you did with Crysis 1. So.
Yeah, well, not commenting on this.
Yeah, it's become the benchmark. It's can it run it?
Yeah, I mean, we are fully aware of that, of course. I mean, with Crysis 2, one of the achievements was, can it run Crysis?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we know. But actually, it's kind of a cool achievement as well. It gave us this cool reputation of being cutting edge, which we are.
To me, that's a good one to have.
Definitely.
I mean, when somebody's looking at your product to go, well, this is how I'm going to build my PC. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. And they're still doing it with Crysis. So,
yeah.
I mean, after all those years, basically, it's still
Yep.
the benchmark to be tested against, which is cool.
Now, what would you say just kind of get people out there. Well, I know you're a busy man, so we'll kind of let you go. But what do you think that is going to be the hardest driving factor that people are going to look to this game to? What's going to draw them in the most?
I would say like the accessibility of the whole thing. Like, I mean, jumping in is going to be really easy, and that's why we don't do like PvP only, but also do the PvE thing. We got that right. Like, yeah, we do co-op on top of like versus basically, and the idea behind this is that you basically come in with your friends and then play a daily mission. So we'll have new content in the co-op every day. So we have this mission rotation system where the mission comes in, it's double rewards, it's super hard, it's super challenging, which people love at the moment. Like, they die a lot, but it's like a cool challenge actually. Yeah. And then the mission rotates over to like normal daily mission, normal XP, and then drops out of the rotation and new missions come in. So we're gonna have a fresh mission for players every day. And the player behavior that we see at the moment is that people come in with their friends, play PvE, and then jump over to like versus PvP, and then jump out again, come back the next day, which is kind of the thing that we really like. It's this short to mid-session thing that you can do over lunch break, but you can also like deep dive into it basically.
All right. Well, again, I want to thank you for taking a little bit of time with me today. I do greatly appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
We'll catch you more with more PAX footage and see you guys next time. Thank you, guys.